Life is a self journey. It is a journey between you and God. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and you are here to experience things, to experience people, to experience the world. But your ultimate purpose is to figure out, God, why did you send me here? Like, what is my purpose on this earth? Your life is a vapor. Like, literally, people think life is just, no, life is a vapor. Compared to eternity, it's just literally like a pinky. And so many people get so caught up on, oh, this person did this to me, or that person, or my mom, or my dad. Like, let me tell you something. God is your father. Like, yes, God uses your earthly parents to bring you into this world, but ultimately, that's not a part of they're not a part of your journey. They were just here. Their purpose was to bring you into this world. People get so caught up on, they did this to me or they did that to me, not realizing that you came to experience that pain. Yes, that pain probably didn't feel good, but guess what? It was good for you. And this always goes back to the bigger picture. You came to experience emotions. You came to experience people, and not all emotions feel good. But guess what? That doesn't mean that it's not good for your spiritual growth. And a lot of times people don't really live life. Like, people will be grown and can't even experience life because they're still stuck on something that happened at them when they were 10, not realizing they need to feel those emotions. They need to go through that experience so they can live. How are you living but you're not really experiencing things? And so many people get so, this person is mine, and baby, that's ego. Like, we get so caught up in my ego. This person is mine. You're not even your own. So many people, I'm my body. God says you don't even belong to yourself. Like, I think a lot of people forget we don't own our. So how can you own somebody else when you don't even own yourself? Like, and it's crazy because, like, pain, nobody likes to go to pain, but pain is a blessing. Like, sometimes it's not, they don't feel good to go through it, but when you really allow pain to serve its purpose, you'll realize, you know what, that was actually good for me. Like, it was good for me to have been afflicted. It was good for that person to have hurt me. Why? Because I wouldn't be the person I am today because I didn't go through that. But like I said, so many people get caught up on the outside things, not realizing life is about you and God. God is God. What are you trying to teach me through this? What are you trying to teach me? Why am I here? What, why? Because God, let me tell you something. God ain't just out here letting people come up into this earth. Anybody who's here, it is a purpose why they're here. Like, and you got to remember, you got an enemy. The enemy, he's scared of people. The enemy is scared for people to get into why God had called them into this earth. So he puts up distractions. And this is why this world is illusion. This world is a stage. And when you realize that, you will stop. Like, people get so caught up into the world. Like I said, they get so caught up on, oh, this person did this to me, not realizing it's something inside of you that person had to do you like that, so that could have brought something out of you, and when you realize life is about you and God and your internal, you're not going to get so caught up on that person, because you experiencing people, you are experiencing emotions. But guess what? That emotion may not have felt good to your flesh, but it was good for your soul. It was good for your spirit. But you can't realize that because you want to be so caught up in the world. You got to get out of the world, because let me tell you something. This world is not your origin. So if you just so many people get so caught up of being in the world that they don't even realize that they're not fulfilling their purpose. And when the time come when you got to go back and meet the Father, the one who even originated you from the start, and he asks you, like, what did we talk about before you went into this earth? Yeah, you may have forgot. You forgot coming through this, coming through the earthly realm. But guess what? It was your job to discover yourself. A lot of people don't even sit with themselves. Everybody think, oh, I gotta have this person, I gotta have that person, baby. You have to get to know you to get to know God. Because everybody think God is outside of them. Baby, God is inside of you. So when you get to know you, you're gonna get to know God. And that's why the world projects, oh, you gotta have a relationship. You gotta have this to complete you. Baby, you are complete by yourself. Anybody is just gonna add on to you. But see, the world projects, oh, you have to have a relationship. It kills me, because I used to think it too. Oh, I gotta have this person to be able to feel complete. You come complete by yourself, baby. You are complete and whole by yourself. And that's why so many people find themselves not being satisfied in a relationship, because they don't even realize that they came into the relationship half empty, and can't nobody feel what you don't feel yourself. And it's just a whole bunch that the world teaches you. And you got to realize that Satan is the God of this world, lowercase g. He is going to make it seem like that because he wants you so caught up on the outside that you don't even realize what's taking place within you. So many people get caught up. They did this to me. That your hurt ain't got nothing to do with them. God needed you to feel that pain because that's something you needed in your journey. God predestined you, which means he made known the end from the beginning. But guess what? You got to get through the process. You so focused on this person did that to me, and God like, hey, if you just go within yourself, you need to realize that you needed that pain so you can bring forth what I got inside of you. Because sometimes God put stuff in you, but he put it down up in you. And it takes certain emotions, it takes certain people to activate something in you to bring it forth. And the only way that you can bring it forth is if that person have hurt you. And this is why he said it was good for you to be afflicted. But see, the world got you so caught up on this person that you don't even realize that person ain't got nothing to do with it. God, this is a journey between me and God needed that. So he allowed you to play your part in my story so I could get to where he is trying to get me to. Because guess what? This is a journey between me and God. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This ain't got nothing to do with you. But I can't see it because I'm in the world. And this is why you got to take the time out of the world to go within yourself. Ask yourself questions. Like, baby, I got a friend in me because it's God that lives within me. A lot of people always think I need a friend. No, baby, you need yourself. You need a friend in yourself because you need to ask yourself questions. And you will find yourself, God answering you. And you be like, oh, I never thought of that. That's God. That is God. But so many people, the world projects, you need people. You need to be worried about what your mama did. You need to be worried about what your father did. You need to be worried about what God is trying to do within you. It ain't got nothing to do with the outside. Like I said, this world is an illusion. It is a stage. You don't even see half of the world, but you worried about what somebody else did to you. What is taking place within you? That's what you need to be worried about. What is taking place within me? What experience is this trying to teach? What is this experience trying to teach me? Like, what is this? Like, your life ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Like, and I want to be clear. When you get your spouse and all that, that's why God says you become one soul, one flesh. Like, you become one with that person in spirit, and then you learn and experience life together. You feel me? But you got to realize that life is not about people. It's about what's going on with you. What's going on within you, with you and God. God, what is this? What is this experience? What is this emotion? What is this person teaching me to bring out in me? Because this life is a self journey. Like I would keep saying, when you realize life is a self journey, you'll stop worrying about so many other people. Why this person did this to me? Why did this person need to do that to me? So what's in me that needed to be activated for me to bring forth in this season? Because I have a purpose here. And the last thing, everybody think they need a relationship, and he needs to complete me. Baby, you need to complete yourself. Because when you go back into the Bible, when you read about relationships and all that, what Adam did, he knew he had his relationship with God. You cannot have if you ain't got no relationship with God, you will never have a relationship with nobody else. Your relationship with yourself, your relationship with others will be just as good as if it is with yourself. So if you don't have a relationship with yourself, which means the relationship with God, you will never have a healthy relationship with anybody else. 2, you need to know your purpose. God makes helpmates. How can you know somebody gonna help you with your purpose if you don't even know your purpose? Okay, you need to be working in your purpose. So before you think, you need to be whole and complete, because what you give to others is what flows outside the cup. You don't give to others what's inside the cup. And a lot of people can't even give because their cup ain't even full for them to even overflow to anybody else's life. And you wondering why this person can't fulfill you, so yet you get a whole bunch of other people. This is why a lot of people cheat, because it's something within them. This person can't fill this void, so let me try somebody else, and let me try somebody else. Then I'm creating all these soul ties, and then I'm having all these souls stuck to me. But I'm not even realizing that people can't fill only a void that God can fill. Only God can fill that void. But people don't understand that. People don't understand that you can't give people what's inside your cup. You got to give people that what overflows your cup. And a lot of people can't overfill because they can't fill their cup. They got holes inside their soul that they don't even realize that they need to heal, which means they need to go within themselves to fix something that is leaking. This is why you can pour into people and they're ungrateful. Oh, it's nothing you do. They're ungrateful because they can't get it. It's leaking out. As soon as you pour it in, it's leaking out. They're broken. There needs to be fixed, but they don't realize that. They think, oh, I just need another man. I need another girl. I just need multiple because it boosts my ego. The ego, let me tell y'all, ego, a lot of people live in ego not realizing the ego is a death to your soul. It's a death to your purpose, and it's a death to your life. The world wants you to live in ego because it boosts you. It gives you a little sense of, okay, maybe I feel a little good. Baby, you ain't never going to feel good because your cup never going to be full because you're empty, for one, and you have holes. So even if somebody was to pour premium gas into you, it's leaking out. You're never going to be full. You never can give out. Nobody's going to fill you. That's something you got to fix. And a lot of people let me tell you something. Happiness is a one-person job. One-person job. Everybody think, oh, that person gonna make me happy. You gotta make yourself happy. People can't make you happy. If you are not happy within yourself, nobody else is gonna make you happy. People always, that's too much expectation to put your happiness in somebody else's hands. That's something you gotta find out in yourself. And a lot of people think, oh, I gotta find happiness outside of me. I gotta find love outside of me. Baby, you gotta love yourself before anybody else can love you. And a lot of people don't even know what love is. And this is just went on, but it's the truth. Life is a self journey. It's a self journey, and you gotta be able to do within yourself before you can give to anybody else. You got to have a relationship with yourself before you can have a relationship with anybody else. You got to be happy with yourself before you can be happy with anybody else. It all starts with you. And so many people look outside of them, not realizing life starts with you. And when you realize that, so stop focusing on the world or what's outside of me and this person and that person and this person. It's between you and God. Start asking God questions. God, why did you allow this to happen to me? God, why did I have to go through this? God, it hurt my heart so bad. It hurt my heart so bad, but what was this? What are you trying to bring out of me with this? Why did you allow me to experience this? Because life is a gift. And experiencing things is a gift. Like I said, not all emotions feel good, but it was a gift in it. But don't get so caught up on the pain and the outside and this person and that person that you don't realize you needed that. That person actually did you a favor. Because this is a self journey and you needed that experience to get to where God wanted you to go before you were even formed in your mama's womb. God already knew this. You just along for the ride and you just like, okay, this is what I got to go through to get through the process. Like I say, everybody want to be great. But don't nobody want to go through the process of being great. God made known your end from your beginning. But guess what? Think about with Joseph. He seen his end. He seen that he was going to be in the palace and have that throne and all that. But guess what? He didn't know he was going to have to go through the pit. He didn't know he was going to have to go to the prison. God didn't tell him that because then, if God tell you your process, you're not going to want to go through it. But guess what? He had to go through the pit in the prison before he got to the throne. It's a beautiful end. But you can't get so caught up on the process that you never get to the end. Don't get so caught up on the pain that you never get to the beauty. How you gonna get to the beauty without the pain? How you gonna get to the phoenix rising if you ain't never had the ashes? You feel me? And this is where God says, like, so many people get caught up on the wrong thing, not like the Israelites. They complaining about the wilderness, not realizing God just delivered them from Pharaoh. See, sometimes you can get so caught up on where you at that you don't realize where you going. Stop getting so caught up on where you at that you don't realize where you going. The Israelites were so caught up, we don't have no food. And God, like, you don't need no food. We going through the wilderness, not to the wilderness. But see, your mind's so small that you don't even realize that we going through this. You don't need no meat. We got a journey ahead of us. Why are you worried about something you don't need right now? But even though I love you so much, I'm going to give it to you. Even though you don't need it. Sometimes you gotta see past where you at. Because God is on the end destination. He not on where you at, but he do got to prepare you for where you going. So you got to be able to see past it. I don't know why I got to go through this pain. I'm hurt. But guess what? This pain gonna bring something out of me. Pain brings purpose. It brings power.